I called her today. She said she's been very tired. So, good evening, friends. How are you doing? You think you're alright? Oh, that's good. I think I'm alright too. Good to see you here. And I'm privileged. We have a church, we have multimedia, and we have internet. So tonight I'm trying something new. I set up my computer there to see if we can show this tonight's program to someone who is not here. So this is showing online right now. Yeah, so we're testing this. We may be using the technology in the future. Quite good, right? Maybe in the future, if we have it installed in our church, you can tell your friends from back home to watch it. On their computers, on their phones, everyone can see. Well, I'm so glad you come tonight because, as I was just talking, Santa Veronica, we're always glad when we open the Bible together. Always, right? And spending time with the Lord is always a blessing. So I'd like to invite you to close your eyes and as we pray to God, to invite them to bless. Father, we will spend time in the Word, and we ask you, God, that you send the Holy Spirit to give us light in our hearts and to the understand. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, tonight's topic is judgment, and I really want to talk to you on how to face this judgment with confidence. All of us can have security when thinking about this topic. And one thing is that if there's any idea, any new teaching, or anything that you can take from tonight's topic, I want you to remember one thing. At least there's one thing. The judge is on our side. Amen? The judge is on our side. Now, do you remember, for those of you, some of you know that in the year 1844, something important happened. Do you know what happened in that year? What is it? Well, here's one newspaper. And in the newspaper, somebody wrote this article and said, if I owe anybody any money as a result of my business dealing, and if I've not been faithful in paying it, please let me know so I can pay out my debt, because Jesus is coming on October 22nd, 1844. And I want to ascend to the clouds and go with him. So this person put this ad on the newspaper. Why did this person put this ad? This person was worried. Why was this person worried? Yes, this person believed Jesus was about to come. In fact, thousands of people in that same year were expecting the coming of Jesus. There was a farmer, a Baptist farmer, William Miller. William Miller, in his studies of Scripture and studies of prophecy, he realized that something special was going to happen in the people. And one of the things he read in the prophecies of Daniel said, for 2,300 days, that the sanctuary shall be clean. And in his studies, he realized that if the sanctuary was to be clean, perhaps the earth was the sanctuary, and perhaps the hour of judgment of earth had come, so Jesus would come in the clean year. Jesus would return. Miller went around sharing the news. He went to the Methodist churches, to the Lutheran churches, the Presbyterian churches, and the Baptist churches, and the Catholic churches, and he shared the great news. And many people were convinced. They were not convinced because they were stupid because they were not, they didn't have any knowledge of the Word. No, these were people who loved to study of the Bible and knew what they were doing. They saw the prophecy made sense in order to come. But as you know, Jesus did not return. That very day when they were waiting for Jesus, making them after the we call that a great disappointment. People from all churches were involved in this. More than 3,000 ministers, more than 100,000 people were expecting. When Jesus did not return, their hopes were shattered. This event had gone down in history as a great disappointment. So why didn't Jesus return? Did William Miller miss something? What is the cleansing of the sanctuary? Is there any connection between the sanctuary and God's judgment? There is. Should we hear the judgment, right? Let's talk more about the judgment. We're going to turn together now to look about Acts 17:31. For he has set a day when he will judge the world with justice by the man he has appointed. He has given proof of this to everyone by raising him from the dead. So he has set a day. Now we move on to Corinthians. And I would like you to please read the first line with me. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of God. That each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he has done, whether good or bad. Whether we believe in it or not. Whether we like it or not. Whether we profess to be Christians or not. We are all going to be judged. Another verse for you. Romans 14:12. So then, each of us shall give account of himself to God. Now, you see, it's not whether you're rich or poor, red or white. We must all appear before the judgment. Well, friends, one thing to learn is that the judgment is universal. And where is this judgment going to take place? Crash at courtroom? Heaven. Let's see what Daniel said. Daniel chapter 7, verse 9 and 10. Daniel saw something very interesting in heaven. He was having a vision. And he described to what he saw. I watched. Two thrones were put in place. And the Ancient of Days was seated. The court was seated. And the books were open. So there was a court. And there were books. A trial. Judgment. So Daniel was observing that. What? The judgment takes place in heaven where there is God's heavenly court. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:14. For God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. That same judgment, how that court books open that Daniel saw, at that time, God will bring into judgment every word, every secret. There's nothing secret to God. Everything's exposed to God. Everything is open to Him. There are many things we are able to keep from our wives, some things we can keep from our friends, from our church friends, from our employers. But there's nothing we can hide from God. The judgment reveals things like they are. No falsity, no hypocrisy. There are no cover-ups, on the day of judgment. Now let's understand more about the judgment. We're going to look of James. James chapter 2 with 12. So we speak and so do as those who will be judged by the law of liberty. The law is the basis for the judgment. And if the law is the basis for the judgment, and if the law is the standard by which we are judged, it means then obviously that the law is still in place. It means that the law has not been done away with. If James is saying that the law will judge us, that means the law will be there. So this is very important. So let's ask you. If the law was not the standard of judgment, what would be the standard of judgment? How would a person be judged? By the color of their eyes? The color of their hair? The color of their skin? How would people be judged if there was no standard? If there's nothing that says, for example, there's nothing that says, this is 1 meter. This is 1 meter. Yes? Okay, I said, okay, I mean, if there's a standard that says this is a meter, and then ladies can go to the shop and say, if I want a meter of cloth, so can make a skirt. Or if you didn't have a standard, how could you ask for 1 meter? You could have a standard. So far we have seen. We are accountable to God, all of us are. We will be judged by our words, right? Our deeds, our thoughts. And God's law is the standard for judgment. Since the judgment calls us for accountability, you see the judgment tells you that you need to live morally right. Because you're going to be like accountable for it. You see the importance of the judgment. The case of effect. The judgment will prove that all accusations against God is false. That God is just. Therefore, the judgment is at the center of the great conflict. And now that we understand this, we understand that we are all going through the judgment and what we're going to say from what. When will it take place? Maybe that's the next question you have in your mind. When are we going to be judged? Revelation chapter 22:12 tells us that this is actually Jesus is speaking. And what is it saying here? I am coming. I'm coming quickly. And my reward is with me to give to everyone according to his work. Our reward must firstly be determined before it can be given. Therefore, prior to Christ's return, he will decide who will receive what type of reward. Right? For example, on Tuesday, when we have chapel, especially the primary chapel, teachers have a whole bunch of certificates in their hands. And at the end of the chapel, they call up some students and they say, well, I'd like to call little Ray because he has done well in math. Now that teacher had already assessed all the grades, had already defined who was getting the certificate. And when Jesus said, I'm coming back with my reward, you need to know exactly who is getting what. And that calls for a judgment. So you know what, my friend? Judgment is happening before it comes. It will happen before it comes. Okay? That's one thing we have already been able to see in regards to the timing of judgment. Judgment. That's another super important verse. This verse is especially important to Adventists. we have been able to see this coming into place in our own lives right now. Revelation 14:7 says, "Fear God and give Him glory, for the hour of His judgment has come." Now these angels are talking to the people of the end of time. The last generations of earth. Who are the people of the end of time? We have learned this in prison. Who are? Raise your hand if you think you are. Because I think I am. I think we're living in the end of time. And the angels were shouting this for the people who are living in the end of time. And what is the angel saying? The first angel, fear God and give Him glory, for the hour of judgment has come. Is it saying it will come? It's already happening then. Already happening. We are living under the judgment hour. Quickly, let me introduce to you one of the things that refers to the judgment already happened. Daniel, do you remember the beginning where I spoke about William Miller? And that tells us to your brain about the sanctuary being clean. We like to ask that very topic is connected to the time judgment. Okay? So, Daniel 8:14, let's review it. It says, for 2,300 days, then the sanctuary shall be clean. You see, when Daniel received this message, he became very distressed. He could not understand. He saw so much. And so he prayed. And I love what the Bible says. Because the moment that Daniel prayed fervently, the Bible says that before he finished his prayer, the Lord sent an angel. Guess which angel? Gabriel. The Bible mentions his name. Angel Gabriel. Daniel, let me explain to you more about this prophetic time. And he told Daniel, he said, 70 weeks have been cut off. Which means cut from those 2,300 days. So you see, he took a part of it, and I'm going to talk about part of that prophecy. And he explained to Daniel about part of that prophecy. Look what the angel says. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, there shall be 7 cities. He's told us 7 cities. So the angel answered saying, well, Daniel, that first bit of the 2,300 days is the time Jesus will come. That's the end of that first day. And you know what's more important? The most important one is what he said is, this is when it is. Because as soon as we're able to define where the counting begins, you can follow pretty straight at it. Are you following me? If they tell you 2,300 years. Okay, so when does that start? Does that start in 2016? Does that start in Israel? In the 500 before Christ? Well, we need a start. And once you have a start, you will find the fulfillment of it. So the angel told them, when was the beginning of it? Going forth from when? From the decree. This decree, you actually find the decree in the book of Ezra, chapter 7. Book of Ezra talks about it. There was a king, and the king name was, who could say it? I'm not sure if I can pronounce it right. I think it's Artaxerxes. Artaxerxes, yeah. That's it. You want to know how we say in Portuguese? Artaxerxes. Artaxerxes. Well, basically, Artaxerxes the king gave the command for Jerusalem to be rebuilt, exactly as the angel had told. Historians, like Sir Isaac Newton, Isaac Newton, ready to trust. Did you know Isaac Newton wrote a book about the prophecies of Daniel? He did. Isaac Newton, one of the greatest scientists of this world, he was a Christian. He studied the Bible. Not long before William Miller, he wrote this. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brown reversed, but he was Christian. And Isaac Newton said, the year of Artaxerxes' reign are among the most easily established dates in history. It's not a mystery, it's easy. We know through history the time he was a king and when he made that decree. As all these documents here, they tell us that the place was the 7th year of Artaxerxes at 457 before Christ. So, Sir Isaac Newton is telling us history is clear, my friend. It's well documented, and we can be sure to point that day as being the day the angel was telling us. Oh, I'm so glad we can find out. Aren't you? Yeah, it's great. Well, from that point, if you count on, if you count 2,300 years, it comes down to 1844. Now some would say, the prophecy is saying 2,300 days. Why are you saying years? You're making that up. What would you say? Well, we know it's a prophecy, so usually days in prophecy are 1 day for 1 year. But still, I don't believe that. I don't take that. Give me something else. Yes, there's no zero, but I think it's, somebody said 2,300 days. Not years. Well, for one, yes, we've mentioned it. Remember Gabriel told you the Messiah will come. It points to the time the Messiah will come. Jesus didn't come 70 literal weeks later. He came 400 years or 62 weeks is how many days? Let's see. You have a graph on your. We have a graph here on your left on page 10. 400 and 400 and something. But basically, what the angel is telling Daniel is that needs to be fulfilled. 490 is right after Jesus left. That would be 490. Yeah? 3 years old. But the angel was telling Daniel that needs to happen first. So, it can't be Daniel. Are you following me? What else? If you look in the same prophecy, into the book of Daniel, he saw so many other things had to happen before the sanctuary was cleaned, such as the rising of the little horn. Right? The little horn has to take, the Roman Empire has to, all that has to take place. Remember we said last week about the persecution. You remember that? All that needed to take place. Are you following me? The little horn had to be cut off. Oh, no, the 3 horns had to be cut off. The little horn had to rise. There needed to be 1,260 days of persecution. Then the dragon, the beast, needed to be wounded taken from its power. Remember, state of peace was removed from power in 1798. Therefore, the fulfillment of prophecy had to happen after death. And remember this, my friend? If we're counting 467, and you can write out 2,300 years, it comes out to 1824. 1824 does it well, because everything else was fulfilled. Beautiful, isn't it? Of course, we're over 55 years. We're not going to be detailed. But it's beautiful. Otherwise, and the day still went up. And you know, when there was that disappointment, the people were disappointed. It was a sad moment. But they were not wrong about the date. The date was correct. Something was happening in that day. Something really important was happening in 1844. And I'm thankful that they went through that so we could look at it and understand. Remember that William Miller thought that the cleansing of the sanctuary was the cleansing of the earth by fire. They got the date right, but they got the event wrong. The event was actually happening in heaven. And quickly, I'm going to explain, we're going to go over this. Why is this cleansing of the sanctuary? Why is it? Why does Daniel talk about it? Why is it connected with judgment? So the best place for us to understand it is to think of the earthly sanctuary. Do you remember talking about the earthly sanctuary before? Yes. That the earthly sanctuary, Hebrews tells that it is a shadow of earth's heavenly sanctuary. Everything here was a little copy of the original. In fact, John in Revelation, he sees the ark in heaven, the Ark of Covenant. He sees the lampstand in heaven. He sees the altar of incense as well in heaven. That is a sanctuary. And we had a new model of it. So everything that happens in it also resembles what happens in heaven. But in a different way, because remember, we did corrupted sacrifice here. But there was one sacred sacrifice. Are you following me? Okay, so let's look at what was done. Every time that somebody brought a little lamb to the sanctuary, that they sacrificed it, sin and death were transferred from the animal to the sanctuary. So let's say Elaine, she did something naughty. And she was feeling, pretty miserable about it. So she decided to bring, she repented that she brought her little lamb, and she put her hand on the lamb, and she prayed about it, and she asked for forgiveness, and she had sliced the throat of the lamb, and priest took that blood. And the priest would take the blood and sprinkle it all in front of the veil in the sanctuary, and put it on the feet of the horns of the altar. The sin left Elaine. She was forgiven. It was taken out of her. It went into the lamb, because the lamb takes the guilt, right? Remember the lamb? Jesus takes the guilt. But now, with the blood being dispersed and weighed, it's transferred to the sanctuary. Wow, that sanctuary was full of sinners now, right? Imagine after a whole year of transferring sinners to the sanctuary, right? So, Leviticus is a book of the Bible that explains the not the tradition, but the ritual performed in a sense. And one of the rituals that he explains about is the Day of Atonement, which happens how many times a year? Once. At the end, as if it was like at the end of the year, the Day of Atonement will be fine when it was so special that everybody had to make sure they had confessed it. They had received forgiveness, and that they were really doing well. So that day they didn't really move because it was a day they were required to be right with God. And on that day, the priest, he didn't just go into the holy place and walk into the most holy place. He went behind the curtain. They never went in there. Only one. And what he would do in the presence of God, in the Day of Atonement, they would transfer the sins of the saints from the sanctuary to the gold. And ultimately, that goat was blamed for all those evils. Who do you think that goat represents? In the end, ultimately, the wicked, evil one will be destroyed, and he will take the blame. Do you see? Ultimately, he's the one who takes the blame. Jesus has taken it for us. But one day it's going to be put back in the origin. So that was a special day. So we renew the cycle for the year, right? The Day of Atonement. It basically was blotting out the sins, removing the sins, making it right. Okay? This was the day of judgment. The people of Israel would afflict themselves by making sure there were no specific sins that were confessed or from the sin. On this day, those who refused to confess their sins were judged, guilty, and cut off from God. So it was an important day, and they knew it was a day of judgment. As judge, the high religion judge, whether they were worthy or not to have that is the meaning. And guess what? Even in the end, it wasn't their worthiness that they did. You know what? Because they still took the land. Before they could go in, the most holy priest and do that, to transfer the sins to the goat, it still was holy. Ultimately, it wasn't based on people's good own goodness. It was still the land. Amen? So that was the cleansing of the heavenly sanctuary is very important. It was also a day of atonement. So you see, just like the heavenly sanctuary only needs one sacrifice once and forever, it also only needs how many days of atonement? One. Okay? You see? Heavenly sanctuary only one sacrifice, one day of atonement. Only one cleansing ever. The Bible doesn't talk about any other cleansing in the heavenly sanctuary. Only one. So we may think for the Lord that special one day of atonement began. And just like on earth, the removal of sin in heaven, the removal of the record of our sin from the book of heaven. This is the time. This is the time. The death sin of all the human race was so big. It's very amazing, my friend. Because now it will be decided based on how we believe, based on the choices we made, based on the activities of our lives. Like the people of Israel standing outside the sanctuary. They had their life. They were renewing their heart. Make sure that we're content. They follow me. They were not with the time. Yeah. They follow me. Can you see the parable? No. What do they do? Jeremiah 8:20. The harvest is back. The summer is ended. And we are not saved. Can you think of a more sorrowful lament than that? Pretty sad. The harvest is back. My friends, right now we are the time of harvest. We are. The Bible says, you know why we are the time of harvest? Because the Bible says, the hour of judgment has come. See, the priest is still inside. Right? The priest is still inside. So the people are still outside waiting. They still time until the king. The hour of harvest. The harvest has come. The judgment has come. Okay. So friends, the destinies of the whole human race are now being settled. So the cry is sometimes perhaps the sun is ended. That would be the time. You know, there are seasons in life for everything. There's a season for planting. There's a season for cultivating crops. There's a season for fertilizing the crops. There's seasons for tending the crops. And there's seasons for ripping the crops. Jesus wants to have this faith. And this is the harvest. You might ask, how can I pass the judgment, man? And my heart's supposed to be ready now. How can I pass it? How can I be saved? If you haven't asked this question, I think you all. Let me encourage you. 1 John chapter 2. My little children, these things I write to you so that you may not. And if anyone sins, we have a Father, an advocate, which is the Father. Jesus Christ the Son. Revelation 3:5. He who overcomes shall be clothed in white garments, and I will not blot out his name from the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before him. My friends, Jesus longs to be your lawyer in the judgment. You know what advocate? He's lawyer. In my language, it's advogado, lawyer. He longs to have you, that you accept his cross. He longs that you confess his sin. He longs to have your name written in the book of life. Do you know why? Because Revelation 21:7 tells us that our names must be written in the book of life in order for us to be saved. And if you come to him, that he will never remove your name. You are in the judgment, Jesus promises his followers that he will not blot out their names. On the contrary, it will be the record of their sins that will be blotted out. That's what happened in the judgment, remember? The guilt taken over some guilt and goes back to the whole. All of it. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, because we end up without guilt, which is amazing. Do you want to have your name written in the book of life? Do you want to know that Jesus will stand by you in the judgment? No, all it takes is a heart surrendered to God. A heart that invites Jesus to come in and reign supreme. Because what a Jesus it will make you. It will make such a difference. You see, the judgment isn't based on a good and bad works. Sorry. It's not going to be how your good works weigh against your bad works. God is not going to say, well, let's say you have 10,455 bad works, and you have only 9,410 good things. So, I'm sorry, my friend, you lost. Imagine if that was the case. In the judgment, only one question is asked. Has the three men that his woman who did it? Would you like to ask Jesus right now? Would you like to ask him, you can say to him this moment in your heart, you can say, dear Lord, please represent me. Oh, my name is God. Please represent me. Lawyer, that's quite expensive. Good one. Right? Oh, that's, I don't know, like 6,000 an hour or something. Yeah. You just walk in. Dear Lord, would you like to say to Jesus, cover me with your blood? Just cover anything in my life. Anything that doesn't look good, please Jesus, cover it with your blood. You see, in the judgment, our sins will be open. Remember that? Everything secret will be revealed. Everything will be exposed. And then, we are covered with the blood of Jesus. Oh, I really would like things to be covered, don't you? I do. Have you ever thought about this before? Your sins will be covered by His blood, and the universe becomes fixed. The universe never knows what they are. They are covered by the blood, and the Lord's blood survives. This is amazing. Because I have in the past thought, all the evilness that I've done, just recorded me. Nothing. No one will ever know. Isn't it? Thank you. What's going to happen when the day comes down to the day? Would you like to step forward when the day comes out? Do you want him to say, that man and that woman is mine? Yes, he sinned. He struck his back away from me a few times, but he is mine. His sins are covered with the blood. I cancel his debt. I pardon his sins. The record of his sins is blotted out forever. No. John 5:22 tells us that Father judges no more, but he has committed all judgment this time. I have another good news for you. Not only do you have the best lawyer in the world, the judge is also. The judge is your lawyer. The judge is my lawyer. I have everything in place to do. Oh, this is beautiful. Let me tell you, there was a man named Pirello LaGuardia. Mr. LaGuardia was an American citizen in New York, and he was a judge. He was one of the 7 judges throughout the city. In fact, there is an airport in New York named after him. And he was one of the 7 judges, even though he was only 5'4". And once there was a woman who was driving to court, and she was being tried for stealing bread. And LaGuardia points out that in that city, he actually pointed out, he said, if in this city a woman is so poverty-stricken that she has to steal bread, then there's something wrong with the city. And this is what it says. I'm fining the city. $10. In fact, everybody in this courtroom are your fine 50 cents each. And then they gathered up the money and came up to $47 for the law at the time. And they gave that money to the woman. Not only she had her condemnation paid for, she had something else to do also. That woman was condemned by the judge. So are we condemned as people are avoiding? And the lovely Heavenly Father, who judges us, wants to find a way not to condemn you. He wants to find a way to save you, and He's doing everything He can to save you. If people just understood you, they would not say that. God is doing everything He can. Good. This is the gospel. Amen? This is the gospel. The judge of the kingdom of God. Just now, I want to ask you, would you like to say, Lord, I want you to be my Lord, my judge. Lord, you have never lost a case. Would you like to say, Lord, please represent me? Would you like to ask Him to stand up for you? Would you? Would you please put your hand up if you want Him to represent? Because in the same way, He stands for you, and for Him, and you will be in prison. Stand for you. How long is it coming? I don't think it's another series now. It's definitely this morning. And we realize, God, you are not an angry Father, angry person who just wants to stand up for His life, just wants to punish, find the fault in our lives, overcome, investing, and all the fear. So what you thank you, and you remove us, and you forget us. We thank you because stand up to defend us, even though we don't deserve it. Father, we accept Jesus in our life. We accept Him as our Lord. We desire Him to stand in our place, because Jesus is the only stand with God. Thank you for giving us Jesus. We're so blessed that we're living time with a huge hope in our heart that we are ready to go through judgment because Jesus is standing in our place. We're looking forward to seeing His soon. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. God bless you, my friends. That's the good news of the gospel. Next week, we're going to study how to live healthily. How to have a life in abundance. Life. Do you love your life? Do you love to be able to go and walk around or wheel around or wash the dishes, water the garden, or go for a hike? Do you love doing that? Do you love being able to be in church, having a conversation, understanding the Bible? My friend, God has given us responses actually that easily if we put them in place in our lives. We're going to live, no matter our age, we're going to have a real life. Come next week. Even a Lord. God bless you.